My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for Batman Arkham City. And this is a game that many people love. They call it the best superhero game of all time. And I'm not quite there. It's close. It's very, very close. But I do got some issues with this game. Let's begin talking about the story, and I will be doing a spoiler review where I talk about the story more in depth, but most of the story works well for me. Everything with Protocol 10, really great. I think everything with Batman getting poisoned by the Joker, really great. I think the game stumbles in its final 20%. I've got serious issues with the ending. But I do love the interpretation of these characters. I grew up watching Batman the Animated Series, so Kevin Conroy has always been the Batman for me, and I just think he's so great as this character. I like just Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck. There's been lots of great Batmans, but Kevin Conroy is Batman to me, and I always love this take on him. Same with Mark Hamill as a Joker, just he manages to be both hilarious and menacing. And he just walks that tightrope so incredibly well, and I just really love this character. I also love how sick he looks in this game. Then we get Harley Quinn, voiced by Tara Strong, and I think she's a very good character. We've got Solomon Grundy, voiced by Fred Teschio, who does a good job, but my favorite part about this character is the design. He's so big and menacing, and I love how the more he gets brought back to life, the more his skin starts peeling away. It's just awesome stuff. I think this take on Penguin is perfect. It's everything I want from the character, and Nolan North just aced it. Then we get Ra's al Ghul, who's voiced incredibly well by D. Bradley Baker, and Talia al Ghul is voiced really well by Stana Katic. This is my favorite interpretation of the Al Ghuls. Then we get Catwoman, voiced by Grey Leslie, and okay, she does a good job. I'm just not a fan of the Catwoman levels in this game. I feel like it takes away from Batman's story. But I like this take on the character. Mr. Freeze by Maurice LaMarche is perfect. Just the perfect take on Mr. Freeze. Then we've got Two-Faced, voiced by Troy Baker, and I love this take on the character. And Hugo Strange, voiced by Corey Burton. I love this take on the character. So Batman has been my favorite superhero my entire life. I am passionate about these characters, and I just feel like they nail them here. And it just makes my Batman-loving heart ever so happy. And then let's talk about the side missions. The Riddler's trophies are a great idea. They are some that I love trying to figure out how to get. But there's a lot that just piss me off, and I will never 100% this game because I just get frustrated and I don't want to try for 50% of them. The Victor Zsasz phone calls are a really fun side mission where you have to go from one phone to the other in a minute or 2 minutes. Then we get the AR training, which is good, but I kind of stop after the first one because I suck at it. I like the Titan containers, blowing them up. I like the Mad Hatter section. It's really short, but it's fine. And then we get the Hush storyline, which is set up so well here, and I just can't wait to see where it goes in Arkham Knight. I hope it's a satisfying payoff. So yeah, the side missions are for the most part pretty strong, a bit frustrating, but strong nonetheless. The gameplay I also find to be really good. I'm not a fan of button mashing. I think it's just lazy and just not as fun to me, especially if it's more difficult. But I feel like this game gets it right. I have beaten this game on its hardest difficulty, but I think it's much more fun on normal. I like the amount of weapons you have. The electric gun is a great addition. The freeze bombs are great. The back claw is really great. The batarangs. But my favorite is putting down the explosive gel as fast as possible. It's nowhere near as strong as it is in the first game, but it's still quite helpful. And I also like the different kind of enemies, especially the one-armed folks. Then we get to the stealth, and I think this is the game at its very best. Like, the areas are so well thought out, and there's just so many great moments where, like, you're trying to figure out the best way. Do you use the grates? Do you use the gargoyles? Like, how are you going to tackle these people? And it's just so great. I also, like I say all the time, I hate boss fights, and I do. Like, that's the biggest issue with Spider-Man 2, is that the boss fights are freaking annoying. This game has the perfect boss fights. They're the perfect lengths, the perfect level of difficulty, and they're all different from one another. I think the final one is really good. I like the Solomon Grundy one. And I think Mr. Freeze is the best boss fight in any game ever. Just very different, very smart, and very fun. So I love that. I also love the detective elements to this game where, oh, somebody shot at them. Let's see where the bullet landed and where the hole in the glass is, and let's line it up and go there. Or, oh, you have to scan all the video footage from the wallbots in front of Windows City. I love that as well. And then the free roaming is really great. The grapnel boost is an absolute must. It is a game changer, literally. Like, I could not imagine playing this game without it. And just going down and up and gliding across the city, it's really fun. I enjoy it. And that brings to another huge positive of it. And it's the city looks fantastic. It's brought to life so incredibly well, and not just graphically, but even on an atmospheric level. Like, Spider-Man can be fun every now and again, but it's bright, it's New York, it doesn't have its own identity. While this game feels more operatic, like the music by Juan Fish and Nick Arundel definitely enhance that feeling, but the fact it takes place at night and there's this, like, the spotlights and the lights of the city just in the background, it's just perfect. It adds a brooding style, and every environment carries this atmosphere over while still feeling distinct. Like the museum, I love how frozen it is, but it still feels dark, brooding, but different than everything else in the game. I love the setting of the Iron Mill. It kind of reminds me of BioShock, especially with the Harley Quinn buttons, like when you press the button and it's just like this. You know what I mean. I love that. Even the way it's lit up, I really love that. It feels like an amusement park, but it's not. Yeah, so I really love all the different environments. I think the Wonder City is just very unique and very interesting. So the graphics, the atmosphere, all fantastic. My only issue with this game on a technical level is when the characters are talking, it's not quite up to date. And that's fine, but it's still distracting while I play the game now. So, yeah, there is so much I love about this game. I do think the story is for the most part pretty great. I've got issues with the ending, and I think the Riddler trophies are a bit frustrating than fun, but this game is great. I love its interpretation on all of these characters. I love the atmosphere, all the different environments. The gameplay is really fun, especially the stealth sections and some of the boss fights. This game is fantastic. If you haven't played it, I can't recommend it enough, and I'm giving Arkham City an 8 out of 10. Okay, have you played Arkham City? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon, and Gavin out.